One of the saddest things that can happen to a person is running out of their Claude Design usage for the week. And in today's video, we're talking about how you can bypass it entirely and also 9 hacks to reduce the token usage so that you can save your time and your money. Now, in order to read through a couple of these horror stories, I thought it was appropriate to play the Titanic theme song. In this individual case, somebody tried Claude Design for the first half an hour and they're already locked out for an entire week. For Jared, he was locked out of Claude Design for 6 whole days, even though he's having so much fun. And in this case, we have Josh, who is freaking out using all uppercase capital letters and 3 dots. You know it's bad news if that happens. All right, that's enough of Titanic. Moving on. This is not an isolated incident. This is happening literally all over the web. These are just a couple reports that I pulled up here. And funny enough, this actually happened to me. This is my usage account, and I burned through all of my credits within literally 1 hour of using it. And on top of that, I spent an additional $34 just trying to complete a couple projects. And the goal of this video is that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. So let's get into it. The first thing is that unfortunately, Claude Design doesn't even have a concrete way of tracking how you spend your credits. In their own words on their official website, Anthropic hasn't released support for audit logs. So you really don't know. Anytime you hit a limit, the first thing they're going to probably say to you is, hey, you should probably spend a bit more money with us. And naturally you think, okay, well, that increase the rate limit and give me, more options to build projects. But the thing is even on the highest plan, which is what I'm on, I still burn through it in like a single hour. And the secret is that Claude Design actually has its own weekly limit that's separate from all the rest of the Claude products. So if we come into the usage panel here, we can see that Claude Design has its own usage limit separated from all other models and Sonnet as well. So what we can do is we can export our design system from Claude Design into Claude Code and finish off the projects that we're looking to build. So here is practically speaking how it works. You create a user interface kit or UI kit or brand kit or whatever you want to call it, okay? Take your website, for example. You can grab all of the different design elements and then build out standalone landing pages inside Claude Design, or you can even build out presentations as well. So essentially inside of Claude Design, when you head over to the design themes over here, okay, you can create your own and you can upload your own website, or you can link to files on your computer or add additional notes down here. But bottom line is once you've built it out, you can export this from Claude Design, hand it off to Claude Code, and then copy this command and then dump that into Claude Code and then build out anything you want to. Let me give you a couple examples here. This is the website I built out from Claude Code based on that imported Claude design system. And here's what it looks like inside of Claude Design. So it's practically the exact same. I mean, obviously the sites are slightly different, but anytime you get AI to build anything for you, there's always going to be variations in the end result. But essentially the design is the same. You can build out websites, you can build out animated videos, you can build out wireframes, you can build out slideshow presentations, you name it. When it comes to slideshow presentations though, there's actually 3 ways that you can do this inside Claude Code, and I'll drop a link down below for free to 3 prompts to build out all 3 variations. The first one is just static HTML pages. This is fine if you're just jumping on like a sales call with somebody and you want to share your screen and walk through it together, okay? But obviously if you're sending it to somebody, it's not going to cut it. The next option is for Claude Code to take pictures of all of these static HTML pages and then merge it into a PowerPoint presentation. Now, the trade-off is it's easy to do, it's pixel perfect, it looks the exact same, but it's pictures, which means it's not editable. And the last option here is to let Claude Code turn your HTML pages into editable slideshows. And the benefit here is that you can edit anything you want to, but the trade-off is that it's not pixel perfect. So you can see like 80% is on 2 different lines here, whereas in this presentation, it's on the same line. So anyways, that's probably the best way to bypass the rate limiting set on Claude Design. But let's actually go through a bunch of other options on how we can reduce our usage so that we just don't waste our time and we don't waste our money. We don't get locked out for an entire week. The first option is that when you're going to build a project, it's probably best to use Opus 4.7, when you actually go to design whatever it is you're looking to design, right? It's going to get you the best results. But after you build something out, when you're just editing something, you probably don't need the highest level model to get the job done. You can go down to something like Sonnet 4.6, which is effectively going to cost you 2 times less tokens in order to get whatever it is that you're looking done. Now, the next secret is to upload your own design system. We've kind of already gone over this, so I'm going to go through it really quickly. But inside design systems, all you do is create your own brand kit. And the reason why this is beneficial is because instead of Claude guessing every single project what your style is over and over and over again, burning credits, it already knows what your style is and it just duplicates it every single time. The next secret here is that you use one prompt to build everything in one go rather than separate messages every single time you want to get anything done. So let's say you have a website here, okay, and you want to build out 5 different pages. You could have one prompt that builds out all 5 pages simultaneously, and that's exactly what I did here. And so we can take a look at each individual page, okay, and this is all built with one prompt. The inverse would be to have 5 prompts all building out 1 page each, but the problem with that is that if you have 3 separate prompts, okay, that means Claude's reading everything 3 times over and you're paying for it every single time. The next secret here is to use inline comments for small edits. Okay, so when you're on a project here, let's just open up this, you can toggle any of these elements up here, like comment or edit or draw, and you can select on the page the exact element you want to change. When you hit it, you can just type in your comments, and this is going to require much fewer tokens than if you're just to send a message in the general chat down here, meaning that you're not going to waste your money. Also, the more detailed you can be, the better, the cheaper it's going to be. So for example, if you say, hey, I want this to be an 8 pixel radius, that's going to be way better than being like, hey, this looks ugly, and then Claude has to guess what it is you're looking for, and then you say, hey, that even looks uglier this time, and then you just keep going down this rabbit hole of changing things until you run out of credits, right? So we obviously want to avoid that. The next secret is uploading files Claude actually needs, not just your whole code base. So inside of creating a project in Claude Design, you can attach a code base here, okay? And let's say you have a GitHub repo here. Instead of just downloading the whole thing and having all of these pages, why not just grab the ones you actually need, which might be 2 or 3, and then upload those, because that way Claude Design isn't burning tokens trying to analyze and understand all of these additional files that you never needed in the first place. One Reddit user burned 29% of their weekly limit on a single file upload because they dumped their entire project folder in. So Claude's going to read every single file you attach. So only give the ones that actually matter for the design. The next thing is that I actually learned today is pace your prompts within 5-minute windows. So on Claude's official website, so let me read this as I'm imagining the author would speak it out loud. Cash red tokens are 0.1 times the base input tokens price. Man, that is the most complicated way to say something that's actually quite easy. And if you're anything like me, you probably scratched your head trying to read that. Essentially, all they're saying is that Claude charges up to 90% less when you keep prompting within a 5-minute window because it reuses what you already said instead of having to read everything from scratch. So normally it costs, let's say, like $5 per, I don't know, just chunk of text. But if it's cached, okay, it's going to cost you 50 cents. So it's literally 10% of the price. So the goal here is to do all your edits in one focused burst and don't like leave for 10 hours, then come back and then restart it all over again, because it's going to cost you substantially more. The next secret here is that every message in a chat is going to cost exponentially more than the last one. So let's say, okay, you have all of these messages right over here. The problem is that when you get to message 20, you are having to read, or Claude is reading every message that comes before it, message 1 all the way to 20. So even though the messages could be essentially, you know, the same amount of characters or words, it grows exponentially in context because it has to remember all the past messages. So the idea here is that when your chats get too long, you can just start a new conversation, which will reduce all of that additional baggage. The last secret in this video is that if you're like me and you were building on a project and you were so close to finishing it only to realize realized that you ran out of credits and you'd have to wait a week, you can always enable extra billing for that home stretch so that you can actually get the project completed that you wanted to get done in the first place. How you do that is you head over to the usage page in Anthropic and you can buy additional credits. So you can turn it on, okay? And then you can adjust what your limit is. So you can say, I only want to spend a maximum of additional $50 every single month. And you can also head over to the billing page over here and create an automatic top up so that when you get low, let's say you get below $5 worth of credits, you can automatically buy, let's say, an extra 10 or an extra 20 so that you never run out until, of course, it shuts off when you hit your monthly cap. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found value in it. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel down below. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. I also have a free community where all the blueprints that we talked about today will be in. And I also have a paid community where there are 2 transformations. For those of you who are looking to create your own business or AI automation agency, I'll show you how you can find, close, and fulfill your first deal within 30 days or less. And for those of you who are business owners, I'll show you how you can automate up to 80% of your business using the same blueprints that allowed me to scale to 7 figures. Now, obviously, as you're going through learning AI and automation, you're going to hit roadblocks and challenges. We got 7 calls every single week that you can jump on, and we can chat back and forth until you get unstuck. And also, I have an agency here, so if you have a business, you don't want to implement these automations yourself, you can take a look at my agency and we can walk you through how we can help you out. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.